long life, now we feeling it again. Better hold tight, we on this ride that never ends, going all night. Can you feel this energy? This is where we're meant to be.
Is this hat working? I feel like it's just blocking the light. You know, I really wanted summer vibes, not for this video, but because summer, but you know, I'm really feeling like this is not the vibe that we want for today, so it's gotta go. All right, so as you can tell in the title of the video, we will be discussing how many times each character got stabbed. And I can't even say each character because, like, technically I'm not going through all the characters, but the ones that I thought were, like, most gruesome, most beautifully brutal. You know, anything that, like, really stood out to me, like Samara Weaving, her character was fucking fantastic. And I thought her death was really great. I think she executed it very well. We will be talking about the guys in the bodega also, just because they also had some pretty badass scenes. We'll obviously be talking about legacy characters, and we'll be talking about the new characters, which I thinking will eventually become legacy characters. God, is that gonna make me feel old? Old. Anyway, jumping right into it. I did my kill count, stab count, for the people who were killed. It's like you think I don't know how to talk or something. And I counted for Samara Weaving's character 11 or 12. It was kind of hard to pinpoint, and trust me, I watched this movie on repeat so many times. Like, I've been going through a hard time, like a duress time, and I really like this shit. I'm like a hardcore Scream fan, and so I've literally been watching it on repeat, and I'm not even gonna tell you how many times I've watched it because it's embarrassing. But back on track. So Samara Weaving's character does get stabbed anywhere between 11 and 12 times. I mean, we could even say 11 and 13 and just round it up to 12. But I loved how sudden and brutal her attack was, how he just came at her and stabbed her. Her screams were piercing and believable. She did get the slash there at the end, and I paused it to see if we could see where the slash is, and you can see what looks like she got slashed across here, which I'm not really sure how that would have been the final blow to do her in, considering how many times she was stabbed, like literally gutted. But, you know, again, she did a really great job. I thought her character was fantastic, right? And then we've got Jason, and I just wanted to, like, point out real quick before I jump into his stab count. When I was in the theater, I didn't notice this. It was actually when I watched at home that I noticed Jason go to open the fridge, and that's when his phone rings, and I was like, oh, shit. Didn't even make the connection. Loved it. Also, when he's like, dude, are you using the cameras? And he's like, yeah, cameras. Like, I'm not sure if it was sarcasm or not, but it kind of came across that way. So anyway, for Jason, I counted 12 to 13 stabs and 1 slash mark. You know, who gives a fuck about movies? Which I thought was really great. I really enjoyed that line. Not only was it super meta, you know what I mean, but, like, technically the answer to that is his kid, right? But, like, we don't know that, so whatever. And then we have the guys in the bodega, which I know, like, really were just kind of random kills, but I really liked them. I thought they were great, especially the guys like, we got a problem here, dude. And Ghostface is like, shing, 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 and just fucking stabs the life out of this guy, literally. And I believe he gets stabbed 4 times. And then there's another guy in the bodega who gets stabbed once in the neck, and that's it, down for the count. Side note, I really liked how we see, like, the lady just kind of, like, sneak out the front door. She's like, I'm out of here, I'm done, I will not be a victim of this bullshit. And then we've got the bodega cashier, where he only gets stabbed 1 time in the shoulder, but then he gets his brains blown the fuck out all over the place. And I wanted to also point this out, which I will make a video of, like, things you didn't notice or Easter eggs, but when he gets stabbed, you see him get stabbed, and then when you see him fall, you just see kind of like a red blood spot, and there's no knife. So I thought that was interesting, you know, but that's just something that I picked up and noticed. The doctor, Dr. Stone, I believe his name is, that Sam goes and sees, her psychiatrist, he gets slammed into the metal bars of the door on repeat and then stabbed through the fucking nose. So just 1 stab. But it was was pretty intense. It's like straight to the dome piece, and I honestly, I can't even hate. It was pretty cool. It was brutal, but pretty cool. And then we have Mindy, who only gets stabbed twice, and that's actually on the train. But she does get slashed across the arm, and I didn't like how they really played that up. Like, Annika literally got fucking gutted, right? Like, gutted, and she's like still like, oh, holding on. But she like Mindy just didn't. I just feel like Mindy really was like, oh my god, my arm. Like he tried to hack it off, and really was just a fucking cut. And I'm not gonna say that doesn't hurt, but you know, it wasn't nearly as bad as Annika, so let's not pretend like it was. Speaking of Annika, she only got stabbed once. However, it was brutal. Once into the abdomen, a good fucking twist, and then just dragging that shit up. Like, literally was being gutted, disemboweled. And let's be honest, she wouldn't have survived, even if she'd made it across that letter. There's no way she would have survived. And I know you're going to be like, oh, but everyone else, like, survived in this movie. But, like, that's for a reason. It's the core four. Annika's not part of the core four. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing with our legacy characters. We didn't want Sydney to die. We didn't want Dewey to die. Maybe some of us wanted Gale to die. Personally, I really like Gale. But Dewey was my favorite. Love the Dew man. Love the Dewdrop. That's my dude. I was really devastated when he died. But, you know. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So, back on track. Back on track. She did get stabbed once in the gut, heinously. Wouldn't have survived even if she'd gotten across. Her death was so bad. Not laughing because it's funny, but just like, holy fuck. The way that Ghostface just toyed with her before she fell was goddamn, and smashing her fucking head. Oh my god. But we'll get into that in another video. So now kind of getting into some of the core characters. We have Gale, and she was stabbed 3 times in the shoulder and then in the gut twice. And I think actually one of those stabs may have been where she like repeatedly gets shot, because if we look at the movies prior to this, there's like a spot where she just always gets shot. And I respect that. You know what I mean? It kind of brings it back around to like, oh, the scar tissue saved Dewey. Which is also why I'm totally cool with the legacy characters and, well, I guess our one legacy character and our core 4 actually surviving. I think that's really kind of great. And then we've got Kirby, and she gets stabbed 1 time, but she does get shot 3 times. I'm not positive if they all went to her vest or if they missed. That wasn't made abundantly clear, but she did get 1 stab and then shot. And the stab actually, I believe, was also in the same place that she got stabbed the first time, which would also kind of lend credibility to the fact that she survived, right? Kind of crazy. So for Chad, that was probably the hardest stab count, because there were so many, just chink, 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 chink. Trying to figure out which ones I could see, which ones I could hear, was quite difficult. So what I was able to count with Chad was anywhere between 10 and like 13, which I know I'm like kind of off, but I swear to God, I spent so long, and it's funny that I swear to God, but whatever. I tried. I tried, but it was really hard for me to discern. I am not gonna lie, I even kind of went on the internet and was like, could someone give me like answers? Is there any sort of like, and nothing. There was no like real verification of how many times his character was stabbed. But then we have Tara, and she actually gets stabbed only twice, which good for her, because in 5, she was their literal pincushion, as Richie says. Just everything she went through in that first one, how much they fucked her up, the compound fracture, the stab in the hand, all of it, just the mental toying with her. I'm really glad that she kind of got away with, you know, pretty not severe injuries comparatively, I guess. I don't fucking know. So on to Sam. Yeah, Sam. On to Sam. I believe she got stabbed once and 1 slash. I'm pretty sure. Hang on, let me. I got notes. Yes. Okay. So she got stabbed once and slashed once, which I know that's not bad. You know, maybe would have liked to see a little bit more stabby action on her. Not because I want to see her hurt or die, but I just kind of think they could have gotten a little bit more savage with Sam, considering what a fucking beast she is. I mean, let's be honest. Like, she is no Mary fucking Sue. She doesn't just do shit because the story decided she can. She's actually very capable and very independent, and I honestly really like that. So the next character is Bailey, Detective Bailey, and he got stabbed 32 times, one in the eye, and I really like that. I did kind of like how they brought it back around to 4, where the one cop got stabbed in the forehead and was like, you know, and then it was like, fuck Bruce Willis, and fell down. One of the better parts of 4, in my opinion. But I did like how they kind of brought that around where he got stabbed in the eye and he's like, you know, and fucking falls over dead. I did really enjoy that. I thought it was great. I loved how she just went ham, slice. Oh, like, I can wave hello and goodbye at the same time. It's fucked up. But, you know, what I did think was really interesting, though, and I won't even lie, is that Quinn didn't get stabbed once. Not once. And I would have loved to have seen her maybe get shanked a couple of times, considering, you know, how gruesome her death scene was. It would have been kind of cool to get to see her, I don't know, get stabbed up, but she did catch a brick to the motherfucking face and definitely lost some teeth. And then a bullet to the head, which, you know, that's the only way you ever know if they're dead. Bullet to the head. And my poet didn't know it. What? All right, so then we got Ethan, and Ethan got stabbed, I believe, 6 times, 5 by Sam, once by Tara, right through the mouth, and she wasn't fucking around. She fell down, he stabbed her, and she shoved that shit into his mouth and turned it and was like, I guess you're gonna die, virgin. And I really like that, especially after it was like, I've always wanted to stick something in you, Tara, like, very Stu-esque. I really did like that, to be completely honest with you. I also think it's pretty cool that he died with the TV being pushed on his head by Kirby and her line. I saw that in a Scary Movie once. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really great. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on the video. Please like, it'll help the algorithm, like, how, it's like a fucking 2 seconds, just click the like button, even if you don't like it, just fucking click the like button, like, don't be a hater, just like it. Also, if you don't agree with me and you notice more stabs or less stabs, please let me know, and we don't have to agree to cohese. I always say this, like, we can always have friendly chat and friendly banter, back and forth, we can debate, because not everyone has to have the same opinions. Let's be fucking boring ass world if all of us had the same fucking opinions, like Christ on a cracker. So, yeah. Anyway, like my video. If you want to subscribe, that would also be great. But, yeah. Anyway, to everybody out there who sees this video or who follows me or whatever, I really hope you guys have an awesome day, an awesome evening, an awesome night, whatever it is that you're watching this. And I hope that some of you decide to talk in the discussions. So yeah, I look forward to seeing any of you in my comment section. And love, peace, and chicken grease.